And we are back with our last race of the day, our women's novice. This is a crowded field, as you can see. Marshall was releasing them all at once, it looks like. Look at all those boats on the water. We have our women right at the bottom of the screen. Look at that. Of course, in a head race, you don't know exactly when the boat was released, so we don't know if these boats are ahead or behind. It's all the time that you finish that matters. So let's see how our girls are stroking. That is looking very good. Good balance. A little bit of feather on the oar. The wind has picked up a touch, as is wont to do in the afternoon. Oh, a little bit of rough entry on a stroke there. Clean up that blade work. Skimming that South Carolina shore. On the way to 1/3 of the race done. Should be about now. With our bridges to navigate. And looks like we might be walking up on some boats. And if we keep that pace, that is something the coxswain will have to think about. How to pass. Looking very strong. Good strokes and great rowing condition. Very little chop. Smooth water. That was some good looking work there. Nice. Let's see how we're doing. Well, gotta watch that line. Our course bends a little bit to the right. So you want to stay, and you also want to stay a little bit closer to the center, catch that current. It's of course a little bit slower next to the banks. That's something that you always have to contend with as a coxswain is oar pressure. You can have different sides applying different pressures, and that adjusts your boat. So you can use calls to even out the pressure, or to use pressure to make turns rather than the rudder. Keep that rudder in as straight a position as possible, and there's just less resistance and more energy going to pushing that boat forward. And if you ever get an opportunity to see one of our boats up close, go take a look at the rudder on these. As small as I'm telling you it is, when you see it, you will still wonder at how it can make a difference on these boats. But the speed that these athletes move at, and the aerodynamic, or the hydrodynamics of the boat, mean that you do not need a lot of surface area to make a difference. You're also not going to take a tight turn when your boat is that skinny and that close to the water. I have seen one capsized boat on the course today that was on the way out to the start line. That's something to consider, that our boys and girls today have rowed not just the nearly 5K 4.7 kilometer piece that they're doing in the races, sometimes 2, but you also have to row out from the finish line. You row out upstream to the start line. So lots of work today. Strong day. It's going to be a tired tired bus ride back, I'm betting. Looking very smooth. Good job, girls. Let's take a look at where we are. I think I may have missed, because of the zoom in, I may have missed us passing a boat. Let's take a look. Ah, look at that. Focusing in on our athletes and missing the drama. Looking strong. Now that is a great motivator. Head to head with a boat. It's not time to empty the tank yet. Oh, it looks like the other team is also motivated. They do not want to give up that position. I haven't never rowed a head race. I still can only speculate that it has got to be hard to maintain the right pressure and that competitive edge compared to our spring season, the sprint races, when you are head to head with those boats. Nothing quite like having to deal with that speed. Look at that. Like we were saying, crowded course. There's a lot of competition for space, but looks like we've got ours covered. Good job, girls. I see we're staying focused and even cleaner on those strokes. Look at that. Picking it up under pressure. Really good blade work. Nicely done. Great synchronization. Good boat balance. Oh, a little bit of transmission loss. Let's see if we can pick that back up.
Let's go, Tryon! Woo!
Looks like we are losing a little bit of time to one of the boats. You never know to what degree you've got something left after such a long piece and a long day. Last race of the day. Look at all those boats. It was a big event. Our women's novice for quite a few boats in this entry. It looks like we are now making a beeline for that finish line. Right up there to the left of the screen. That line could help. That was a good looking piece, nice and strong. Now at the last quarter of the race, those girls need to empty the tank, and we will take a look at what times they got. Good job, ladies.